Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my darlings, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. I'm posting this message, labeling it for November 14th because I'm posting it in time for the 14th where I am in the world. It might not be the 14th where you are in the world, or you may be stumbling upon it a few weeks, a few months, a few years from now. So I'm setting the intention that this be a message for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see the video. Happy birthday, all the November 14th babies out there. And happy birthday if it happens to be your birthday on whatever day you stumble upon the video. We're going to see what's coming up here for the collective. And we have this one here. And it is, the Two of Wands. Okay. So, we've been getting a lot of major arcana cards back to back. So this is cool. Hopefully we're chilling out here, winding down a little bit for a little bit. We don't have a major arcana today. We have Two of Wands. And so this is a card that can be about partnerships, agreements, business. Sometimes this can come up when we're at a crossroads and we're weighing the options. But a lot of the times this could be around offers that we might be receiving. So you may be receiving an offer at this time. You may be receiving an offer for a new living situation or living arrangement. You may be receiving an offer for a relationship. You may be receiving a job offer. You may be receiving a romantic offer. And so for me in my readings, Two of Wands comes up to say, for me in my readings, each tarot reader is going to have like a different relationship with the cards, and some cards are going to come up in a slightly different way for them. So for me in my readings, Two of Wands is like, this is a good thing. This is a good opportunity, but there's the risk of being in a situation of expectation versus reality, right? Sometimes we have really high expectations, or even if we have reasonable expectations, we just may have certain expectations. And then once we're in the situation, it's not at all what we were expecting. And then we feel upset about it, or we feel annoyed, or we feel lied to. And maybe you're not necessarily being lied to. And so it could just be a matter of misunderstanding or not defining the terms. So when I see Two of Wands says this is a good thing. Sometimes you could have a person that knows you're going to be very beneficial to them and they may be lowballing you. And so it's up to you to make sure that you're looking into the situation and you're researching and you're figuring out what something like that might go for, or what you're bringing to the table and what your skills are worth, or what the work you're doing is going to be worth. And so sometimes there could be something here around like doing your research. In this particular situation, I don't feel like anybody has bad intentions, or I don't feel like anybody's trying to be sneaky or anything like that. But communication is important here. So make sure that you're asking questions. Make sure that you're defining things, right? For example, somebody might be offering you a living situation, or living arrangement, and it might be really great. They might be helping you out. They may be willing like to cut you a break or give you some time to get on your feet. And they may say something to you like, oh, well, you can just help me out around the house. What does that mean? What does that mean, help them out around the house? What kinds of things are we talking about here? You don't want to show up and have them be like, oh, well, the roof's been leaking, so if you could get up there and you could patch that up. And you're like, wait a minute. I just thought maybe I would do some grocery shopping here and there. I thought maybe I might cook a meal, right? Or you show up and they're like, oh, I'm going to be working really late tonight and I don't know when I'm going to come home. So if you could make sure that the kids get to bed on time and feed them. And if I'm not back in time to get them to school, wake them up at this time. And you might be like, well, wait a minute, hold on now. I didn't know I was going to be doing overnight care, So it could be something like, ask questions. Ask, like, what does that mean? How often might you need me? What kinds of things would you be needing me to do? If there are children in the situation, or am I going to be required like to do overnight care? How often? Like things like that. Ask specific questions. If somebody is wanting to be in a relationship with you and they're saying, I just really want to go slow right now and I don't want to rush into anything. And okay, fine. maybe you don't want to rush into anything, but maybe you guys have different understandings of what that is. And you might have to ask questions and say, okay, I'm not looking to rush into anything either, but what does this mean? Like, are we still getting to know other people while we're taking it slow? Right? Is this just us talking to each other? How long do you think is an acceptable period of time before you get to know enough about a person to figure out if you see a future with them? These kinds of things let somebody know, look, I'm not going to be the one to pull into a 7-year long situationship. There's an expiration date on taking it slow. We can take it slow, but I mean, that only goes so far. At some point, you're going to have to make up your mind. So things like this kind of help you from getting into situations that are going to be stressful for you later or be disappointing for you later. So asking questions, just ask questions, define things, communicate, and then you can move forward really confident in the situation, really solid in the situation. For some of you, Two of Wands could be partnerships that are forming, whether they be romantic or in terms of business, but it could be coming together and forming partnerships. Now, intuitively, I feel some of you are coming into creative endeavors where you're going to be creating creative partnerships. You may be partnering up with someone and doing something as a hobby that's becoming a business. Maybe you're repurposing things you found at yard sales or on the side of the road, and you're fixing them up and you're painting them and you're making them look all pretty, and then you're selling them. Maybe you're partnering up on music, doing music together, or some kind of an act, some kind of a, I don't know, like some kind of a variety act or something. But I feel for some of you, you're finding people and partnering up with people in a creative outlet or a creative way. But some of you, this could be something that you're putting together that you're finding yourself performing, whether you're doing it locally in small places around your community, or you're recording it and putting it on YouTube. Obviously, this is not going to be for all of you, but I am feeling a big creative burst that a lot of people are going to be experiencing over the next few months. It's kind of come up in previous daily messages when I talked about tapping into creativity. And I feel for some of you who are really tapping into your intuition, you're going to have strong creative elements. And some of you are releasing and healing through these creative endeavors, like connecting with the arts in some way. And you're manifesting somebody to do this with, or kind of like bounce off of, right? I know when I used to do stand-up comedy, there were just some people that you would have a cool like working chemistry with, and you guys could get together and you guys could write, and it flowed nicely. But you don't always have that with every person. So I feel like some of you are manifesting something here in terms of like a creative partner that you're like bouncing ideas off of, working together, putting together some kind of material or some kind of product that you're going to be putting out there. And again, that won't be for every single one of you, but some of you who are healing in this way and growing in this way are manifesting this kind of connection or this kind of opportunity or chance, like to just have a creative outlet with somebody. And this could lead to romance for some of you. This could be something that leads to romance and becomes like a romantic relationship, but strong sense of partnership here with the Two of Wands. So I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm going to be staying up and burning the midnight oil and getting the weekly forecasts out, so you'll be seeing those popping up. And I'm just dealing with all the eclipse energy. So the year forecasts are still coming. You might have seen a few of those pop up already, and they'll be continuing to pop up for the 2023 year. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.